We are on Sayuka, a research island for the Rauatai. The fleet master, the one in charge of the island, would like me to look into why things on this island, especially why the coral, grow to such great sizes. I have no problem helping this, since it's something that I'm quite curious about as well. Maybe it's another case of a large luminous audra vein that is off balance somehow. Maybe it's sick too. In that case, it probably would be something easy for me to heal. If it's not a luminous audra vein, then I have no idea what could be affecting everything except for the kith of the island. Things like this are one of life's mysteries, and mysteries to be solved are one of life's good challenges that I look forward to. I'm not a scholar, but I am part detective, due to my cipher abilities and training. We help solve crimes or find missing people. Together with my watcher ability, well, it seems that I live partially in a different reality to most kith. I can read the history of objects, people, and those spirits who have yet to go to the in-between. I can also telepathically communicate with people my thoughts and feelings, and easily pick up on the same ability from others. So altogether, I think I make the perfect person to investigate in the field. My old master who trained me in the ways of being a cipher imparted a lot of knowledge and experience to me that I still use nearly every day. Sayuka Island, an island I've never even heard about before. Then again, I really didn't know the Deadfire when I first came here at all. Okay. Well, we're supposed to go see, if I'm right, is it someone in the workshop that they would know more about what's going on? Where's the longhouse? What did she say? Overgrowth. She told me to talk to Ivera, a Valian scientist who might be able to help me get to the source of Sayuka's coral problem. I could find her in the company workshop, so that's there. Not sure if there's anybody here that I could sell to. River Reed. Oh, who are these on the wall? Will there be a rain again tomorrow, I wonder? A broad-shouldered man with a long, jagged scar across his brow argues with a woman outside the longhouse. He throws his hands up, about to shout, but the woman cuts him off mid-exclamation.
I will not return to the longhouse, Weto, never! And I won't blunt my teeth about it further!
Blunt her teeth. She plants her hands firmly on her hips and juts out her chin in defiance.
For what are you so stubborn? The Rauataians do us a great favor and you spit in their faces.
Weto ceases his shouting when he notices me listening in.
What do you need?
Is there a problem here?
Not at all, not at all. My sister and I are just having a small disagreement.
Weto rubs at the back of his neck and looks away embarrassed.
It is because you speak like this that I yell at you in the first place. You're beginning to sound like those Rauataian outlanders, and it shames me to say so.
What's your problem with the Rauataians?
Ignore her. She has an urchin up her ass about her cousins from the north and can't be persuaded. I should know. I've tried.
He shoots Tippa an irritated look and rolls his eyes.
Is it so unreasonable to want to protect my culture, our culture, from our greedy neighbors?
She spits on the ground between me and grits her teeth.
They arrive in ships laden with goods they believe will please us and think that gives them the right to build their walls on our land. Then, they act surprised when we don't all fall at their feet with cries of gratitude.
I'm kind of ambivalent. I can see both sides. It's up to either whether you want to join in with the Rauataians or not, or stick with your old ways. So I don't really know. I'm just gonna shrug.
We are no strangers to the menaces of the Deadfire. Pirates, colonials, Nagati's children. We have bested all of them before. We don't need them or their walls to keep us safe, and we surely don't need their longhouse.
Weto, why do you support the Rauataians?
We are no strangers to storms. But last year we suffered many powerful ones in quick succession. And our harvest of koiki fruit was destroyed. Price share was rationed. Famine loomed. And then the Rauataians sent ships. Load after load of food, enough to see us to the next harvest. They could have left us to die, but they didn't.
See, that's really good of them.
It was only a ploy to make us dependent on them, Akira. We took their food and helping hands, and now we sleep in their buildings and watch the sea from their walls.
What does this have to do with the longhouse?
Another of the Rauataians' tricks. When our huts were destroyed in the storms, they did not rebuild them like they were as we requested. They built this longhouse instead.
Why is that so bad?
Are you not one people? They said. Why do you live divided, each caste apart from the others? They believe they know what's best for us, but how we live is not their business.
Okay, but you know, the caste system is almost like slavery. I don't really agree with that as part of the Huana culture either. Actually, I agree with the Rauatai here.
The Fleet Master says we are weak because we don't work as one. She doesn't see that it's our differences that make the Huana strong. She doesn't want to see it, lest it put the lie to their enterprise here.
The Huana and Rauataians are both Amua. Why not be allied?
Under whose banner? Rauatai's? Then we cease to be Huana as surely as if they conquered us.
We have the land and resources Rauatai needs, and they have the military might we lack. We share a common ancestor. Why not create a common culture? Together we would be strong.
That sounds good to me.
I say, if you truly believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I thought.
I think the Rauataians understand what's important.
Akira, what a surprise! The Rauataian's mouthpiece believes he is in the right.
Tippa sneers and crosses her arms over her chest. She looks away, her teeth clenched. Well, you just reminded me of that when you brought up the caste system you live under.
Your support is appreciated, I say. Don't mind my sister. Her heart is in the right place.
He tries to put his hand on his sister's shoulder, but she shrugs him off, a look of disgust curling her lips.
I hate to see Tippa and Wedo fight.
Well, I'm curious. Let's look in this longhouse now. Yeah, the way that they treat the lowest caste is kind of disgusting. These people are starving in Nekataka. Hello.
Those Raparu dare make such a racket in my longhouse? What were those royal Deadfire fools thinking?
See? Their caste is below him, so he thinks they have no right to do anything around him, because he's a higher caste. It's kind of disgusting. A large Huana man glares down at the length of the building, his fists clenched tight. You're an ass.
You'd feel the same if you knew anything about the Huana.
I think I do, and that's why I think you're an ass. The warrior grunts, a sneer lifting his lip.
What do you want?
Your room's much nicer than the others.
I am Mataru,
Yeah.
a warrior. The best quarters are mine by right.
See, I don't agree with that.
And yet I cannot display my most precious possession, my grandmother's warhammer, for fear the Raparu might steal it. It is absurd.
Why would the Raparu steal your stuff?
They know no better. The Huana soul is not born into the Raparu without reason, after all.
He can hardly resist rolling his eyes. Yeah, I don't like that aspect. That's pretty much the only real aspect I don't like of the Huana. How did the Royal Deadfire Company come to control Sayuka?
Not even the greatest Mataru can stand against a fleet of Rauataian warships.
The warrior speaks with a bitter shake of his head. Farewell. Kuaro clothing. No interest to me.
Over, then under, then twist. Good.
Akira, it looks so easy when you do it.
These crates are overflowing with personal belongings that couldn't fit in the longhouse. Yeah, they really did shape it like a longhouse. A middle-aged Kuaru woman raises her brows in question when I approach, her hands too full with braided ropes of dried reeds to greet me properly. Besides her stands an elderly Raparu man, awkwardly grasping his own bundle of reed rope.
Oh, hello. Come to watch me tie rugs, have you?
Asaru he has been teaching me.
He indicates the woman beside him with a dip of his chin. The corners of his mouth twitch like he's trying to hide a smile.
What say, traveler?
Isn't it unusual for Kawaru and Raparu to do the same work?
It is as you say, but I have always admired the beautiful rugs Osaru makes.
And Nadunga can fix anything. Is it not reasonable we should learn from each other?
Though she smiles as she speaks, Osaru's words hold a defensive edge, as if she's had to explain their unusual arrangement many times before.
Akira, especially if we must suffer Waturi together.
A sly grin spreads across the old man's face, and he elbows Osaru playfully in her side.
Just so.
Osaru swats his arm away with a small laugh. Then, her thoughts returning to Watari, she makes a face like she's bitten into an underripe koiki fruit. Is it stressful having all the cast living together in one building?
It's not so bad, excepting the nights Waturi gets into the palm wine.
Akira, but that man does snore loud enough to call down the rains.
She snorts, and Nadunga beside her smothers a raspy chuckle.
There is hardly any space to tie my rugs, to be certain, and I haven't had a moment to myself in weeks.
Maybe they should build more longhouses then.
But there are also new friends to be made.
Nadunga finishes her sentence with a warm smile. Can you teach me how to tie a rug?
Ah, it's not a skill one learns in an afternoon. But should you wish to spend many months here in this longhouse, you're welcome.
A deep throaty laugh rumbles through him. Yeah, I don't think I have time for that.
I say, we have the room. So long as you do not mind sleeping like so many scrolls stuffed in a shelf.
Osaru shares Nadunga's laugh. Alright, farewell.
Carry the winds with you, traveler.
They're friendly. I'm not sure that Raparu is the lowest form. Then there's, I don't know if Kawaru is the worker caste, and then there's the warrior caste, and then I think there's the noble caste, the top. Oil. Yeah, this is a very long room, or home. Very, very long. These near-identical beds are well built, but offer little privacy. Hello? The Rautaians want us to be like them, but why? I like how we were. Ratiti root. Well, as long as they don't mind me taking it. Use it for alchemy or improving on our weapons somehow, or equipment. Oh, that's locked. Okay. Well, it's a very curious and interesting way of looking into how the Rauataians and the Huana are blending together.
I think Ashiza has been nesting with the pages of your grimoire.
Couldn't you control him? You don't see me plucking his feathers for extra quills.
You're free to try, but I'm telling you right now, you'll regret it.
I've got it.
This swordfish. Subtle markings on the fish's hide suggest that lampreys of unusual size haunt the waters around Sayuka. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like those things. Well, we can use some swordfish and some ale. Hello?
I don't believe we know one another. Per Complanca, leave me be.
Okay, so this goes... There's a market here I can buy and sell. And I guess we can leave the island, or sorry, the town here, and explore the island. I didn't really get a good look at the rest of the island before we landed. So, what was the name? Speak to Avera. Hello? When I first enter the workshop, I find the Valian scientist, Avera, and a large Amo, a man, in heated conversation. He gestures wildly. His mouth is set in a hard grimace that bares his pointed teeth. Avera regards him with her hands planted firmly on her hips. When he spots me, his eyes widen.
You! This area is strictly off-limits to non-company personnel. What are you doing here?
Calma, amico. Is this not the casito your Hazanui said she would send?
Avera rolls her eyes. She's the one that we brought over here. That's me. How can I help?
Praise be. The coral in the harbor is growing out of control, and we've found no way to stop it. We're at our wits' end.
He mops a sheen of sweat from his broad brow, with a handkerchief.
I've surmised that a magical disturbance must be the source of the problem. So far as I can tell, the most likely candidate is a strange magical signature emanating from someplace off the southeast coast of the island, deep beneath the sea.
Oh. Wonder if that's not a luminous Aldravane.
The Huana's records show that an ancient and Guithan ruin, Signath Mor, once stood at that approximate location. I do not doubt that something in that ruin is the source of the trouble. Perguono, take this. It is my masterpiece, Uck.
She heaves a large bulbous helm off of a nearby shelf and hands it to me. Diving equipment. Are you... I don't want to go in the ocean.
The helmet should allow you to breathe underwater for time enough to deal with the disturbance, provided, of course, that you hurry.
You're not exactly short-handed here. Why not send your own people?
None among the company share your particular history with Guithan artifacts.
That probably means I have to be the one to go down.
You are, in essence, the perfect candidate for our our research. The Royal Deadfire Company thanks you for your assistance, Watcher.
And your bravery. Aura Taugori.
Do I heard that saying before? A Valian phrase meaning good luck, literally translated into golden wishes. Are you joking? I have to go under the water. Some gunpowder. What's this? The glass inset of this strange dome is very thick. Why there's some Azati Nui shell there? I don't know. It's worth 5 copper each.
Demanded additional cannons. We must oblige her.
We cannot spare the weight. Already the ballast is overtaxed.
Increase the size of the ballast then.
And store it where? Then we must increase the size of the ship.
Take your concerns to the Valian. This mess is her responsibility now.
Hello.
Stay out of the way.
Okay. Friendly and helpful. Oh, it's locked. What's this over here? They've got something here. I don't know what it is. Whatever hides beneath this tarp reeks of brass polish and machine oil. I have no idea what that could be. Big cannon? A ship? Just don't know. Antidote, solution. And if they don't mind us taking it, I don't mind taking it. Maybe we can get some use out of it.
We're under attack. Hold them off while I tell the others.
On it.
Hurry, they're just outside the gate.
Some of these fights we've been in, you've bailed me out more than once.
You'd do the same for any of...
Who exactly are we going up against? I don't... Some kind of giant bear.
Just like that.
Oh, there's somebody else with it. This is a druid? The druid turned into a bear-type creature. Wow. That was unexpected. What's going on? There's more.
Not happening.
Oh, boars. More druids.
Oh, good.
Let's get this one. Ah.
Right between the eyes.
Got it.
Wow. That was interesting. My friend is an engineer at Sayuka, but she won't tell me what they're building.
I've got it.
Wow. Lots of pork. Yeah, they have some kind of ship down there. Or a cannon. I don't know what it is. Is there more? I don't think they came in this way. I think they came in landwise, actually. Everybody seems to be afraid. What? Where is it coming from? Is it down here? Looks like it.
Let's go.
More druids.
Just like that
Still got it.
Oh, good.
Okay, maybe we should go speak to the Fleet Master. This is a problem they have that I wasn't even aware of. Seems to be over. I hope. Something totally unexpected. Enough to wake you up. Okay, what was going on out there?
I'm told you were instrumental in our stand against the Druids. Well done.
I take it you've dealt with these druids before?
The Druids have harried us from the moment we made landfall.
Your people fought admirably.
For a bunch of pencil-twiddling engineers, you mean? Several days ago, I dispatched a small force to quell them, but I've heard nothing of them since. To be frank, I suspect they were killed. And I no longer have enough people to repel another attack. We Rauataians are tougher than most, but we're engineers all the same. We weren't trained to fight. Given your impressive showing in our hour of need, I'd hoped I might impose on you with a request for aid.
Go on, I nod.
Go to the bog where I sent my people. You'll find the Druids' leaders there, no doubt. Kill them.
Maybe I can find a diplomatic solution.
Should you do so, the Royal Deadfire Company would stand in your debt. And I would be immensely grateful.
Okay. So they want me to dive under the water, and now they want me to go and help them with their druid problem. I think the druid problem is easier for me. I don't like the idea of going deep in the water. Okay, let's see if we have anything to sell. Hello? As I approach, the fish vendor flashes me a broad, cheery grin. He beckons me over with a wave of his hand and directs my attention to his latest delivery. What do you have for sale?
All the wonders of the sea, and more besides.
He directs me to a display selling the day's catch. Okay, but they'll buy pretty much everything, so we'll go through what we have. Well, it's quite a bit of copper to add. Now we have 136,000. We can definitely go and buy a nice new junk when we get back to Nekitaka. We have enough fish. Not worried about... Or enough food. I mean, we don't have to worry about that. Hello? A young woman leans against the till, her eyes half closed. She jerks awake when she hears the scuff of my boots on the flagstones and fumbles about for something to polish in an effort to look busy.
What can I do for you?
She surreptitiously wipes a bit of drool from the corner of her mouth. What do you have in stock? Oh, sorry, what can you tell me about this place?
Sayuka? Bit of a backwater if you ask me, but don't tell the fleet master I told you so. This used to be where the fleet would send a person after they'd seen a fellow sailor blown to bits by a cannonball or what have you.
Okay, to relax?
That was before those mad druids out in the bog started sending bears and wild cats over the walls, of course. Let me know if you're in the market for something pointy.
How'd a human end up serving with the Royal Deadfire Company?
Everyone's always gotta ask. Not that I blame them. It is a good story.
She slips a long, thin blade from the length of her boot and begins to clean her fingernails.
I was seeing this guy. Let's call him, oh, I don't know, Kono. Kono and I had been carrying on a while when I started making noise about wanting to move in. Frightened the boy so bad, he went and joined the Royal Deadfire Company in the middle of the night. Thing is, I'm a deft hand with a throwing knife, and I know my way around 10 kinds of blades. so I followed him into the service. Pulled my weight, got on a good ship. Kono eventually left to go to poetry school or what have you, but I stayed. Haven't heard a complaint yet.
What do you have in stock?
Put your eyes on these.
She waves her hand across the merchandise with a theatrical flair. Spear. Legendary spear. We could use this potion, actually. We could take some of these potions. Exceptional. I would hope for superb, actually. We'll buy the potions. And yeah, I do have. Let's see if I can put this here. That's for me. The others don't tend to get injured too often. Let's see. Where would it be, the healing potions? It's ingredients, food and drink, consumables. So it should be here. Oh, there's lots. We have lots. I didn't know that. She probably doesn't need this medium one. Lonely dog over here. Let's take another animal on our ship. Call this one Sheba. Alright, let's go deal with these druids. On foot, we'll leave. I wonder how big this island is. Oh, it's not very big at all. There's a burial site here. Come across an ancient site once used for sky burials. On a large stone slab is a scattering of old kith bones and a collection of urns of various sizes. Search the location. 2 hours pass. Gain some scoria. Keep searching. 4 hours pass. Ta Andra Tara. 4 hours pass. Find nothing. Let's keep searching. 4 hours pass. Sigil of Pain Waterstone. Keep searching. 4 hours pass. Find nothing of value. We've rummaged through the whole burial site. There's nothing left but the dead. Okay. Well, this is a small island. There's a bog ahead. This must be where the druids are from. I'd like to try to be diplomatic if I can. Oh. These look like Rauatai dead. Actually, I have something, maybe... She has a hat, but it doesn't... There's a magically enchanted hat here. Or Blackblade's hood. It helps with ranged weapons. Or does it help with... Huh. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think, Ishi?
Well, I think we're gonna have to start investigating the place. I don't like the fact that they've been killing all the Rauatai. It's not a good sign. They might just attack us when they see us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.